My toddler's weird obsession with eating bugs is the only reason he's still alive. Lucas, we don't eat bugs, I said for what had to be the 4,000th time, watching my son crouch near the tree line with his fingers deep in the dirt. He looked up at me like I was the crazy one, then went right back to whatever he was digging for. Most toddlers pick up Cheerios off the floor or shove crayons in their mouths, but my kid went straight for anything with legs from the moment he could crawl. Ants, beetles, roly-polies. He treated them all like a personal buffet. Lucas, stay away from that ant mound, I called out, watching him scoot closer to a massive red hill of dirt near the trees. He ignored me completely, which was pretty much what he always did. My phone buzzed with a text from my sister, and I glanced down for maybe 10 seconds. When I looked up, Lucas was running full speed toward the woods at the edge of the playground. I dropped my phone and sprinted after him, but a man in a gray hoodie got to him first. He scooped Lucas up like they knew each other and started walking fast toward the parking lot. Hey, that's my son! I screamed so loud my throat burned. The man broke into a full run with Lucas tucked under his arm like a football. Somebody stop him! He has my baby! Other parents turned to look, but nobody moved fast enough, and I could see my son's confused little face bouncing as the man ran. A black SUV was waiting with the back door already open like they had planned this, like they had been watching us, and I watched the man throw Lucas inside like a piece of luggage before climbing in after him. The door slammed and the SUV started pulling away. I kept running after them, my lungs burning as I watched my son disappear through the tinted back window. Every horrible story I had ever seen on the news was flashing through my mind, and I could feel my heart shattering inside my chest. I was already imagining the worst when something extremely strange happened. The SUV slammed to a stop so hard the tires squealed against the pavement. It started reversing wildly, swerving back toward the parking lot like the driver had lost control. The back door flew open while the vehicle was still moving, and the man literally threw my son out of the car and onto the grass. "Get them off me!" he was screaming, jumping out after Lucas and slapping at his arms and neck with both hands. "They're everywhere! Oh God, they're even in my pants!" He was clawing at his shirt, ripping it over his head, dancing around the parking lot like the ground was on fire. I could see dozens of angry red welts already appearing across his skin. The man driving was also freaking out, screaming, "They're in my hair! Get them out!" while swerving the SUV in wild circles with one hand because his other hand was busy slapping at his own head. The vehicle swerved across two lanes and clipped a parked minivan hard enough to set off the alarm. That's when the guy in the hoodie dove back into the SUV and it sped out of the lot with the back door still swinging open and both men howling like they were being murdered. I was on my knees next to Lucas within seconds, my hands shaking as I checked his arms, his legs, his face. He was crying, but he was alive. He was looking up at me like he didn't understand why everyone was so upset. "Mommy, the mean man didn't like my friends," he said through his tears. That's when I noticed his cargo shorts pockets were moving. They were bulging and writhing with something alive inside them. And when I looked closer, I realized my son had stuffed both of his pockets completely full of fire ants from the ant mound I'd told him to stay away from. Apparently, he had been carrying them around like snacks for later, and when those men grabbed him, they got the surprise of their lives. That night, the police found both suspects at the emergency room across town getting treated for over 200 bites between them. Lucas had a few welts on his hands, but otherwise he was completely fine. He was mostly just annoyed that I made him empty his pockets.